that's supposed to leave us with a sense of comfort. Okay. With that said, you'll have a moment to speak on that. So quite a lineup, to be honest. And we'll go from the break when we come back. I have 3 gentlemen with me in the studio. They're going to introduce themselves, and then we will hear the story. 1, that they're being confronted by as Nigerians. 2, I guess employment would be at the very heart of the issue, and the struggles that has come with employment, or maybe the difficulty of being employed or underemployed in this country. My name's Joyce. The sun rises here. Welcome to Nigeria Info.
If news is your quest, or gist your request,
yeah!
Well, somewhere over your rainbows.
Over your rainbow.
Is the sunny side.
They better know it.
With Joyce.
Let's talk.
Lagos, welcome. So 3 gentlemen I did mention, they're going to introduce themselves and where they work. All right. So to my left, I have 2 men seated. I'm going to have them introduce themselves. So the guy who wrote me on Instagram, what's your name? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, please. So that's your microphone. You have to speak into it, okay? Thank you. All right.
So for security purpose, I will just go by Lagride Pro Captains.
Okay.
For security purpose. Yeah.
Okay.
For security purpose. So
Lagride
Pro
Captains.
Yeah, like it's actually drivers, but they modified by calling us captains.
They modified it by calling
us
you captains.
Yeah. So if you're very familiar with how e-hailing working,
that was smart, by the way,
in Nigeria, you will understand there is Uber, there is Bolt, there is InDrive, and there is also Lagride. So Lagride is one of the newest e-hailing in Nigeria, especially in Lagos. So we have this blue and white SUVs and electric vehicles. It's a green. So we are captains of over 250. So suddenly we have an issue, and that's why we are here.
Is it sudden, or have you only just accepted it?
No, the thing is we didn't accept it. You know, like what I said when I chatted you up, Nigeria happens to everybody. But it got to a point when you're pushed to the wall, you've got nowhere else to go. We are not fighting, but we are just bringing our plight. And I want to also seize this opportunity to draw the attention of the Commissioner for Transportation.
Hold on a second before we get there. Who owns Lagride?
I think it's
is it privately owned? Is it owned by the government?
Initially it started Lagos State initially owns it. That is the Lagride. Now for the Lagride Pro, it's owned by Chinese. I think Diana is owned by Chinese. So I think she's into partnership with Lagos State. Huh? But they will know the arrangements of that.
Know who your bosses are.
The thing is that's
well, I can understand when the hierarchy is so far up. Sometimes you can't see the sky from how far down you are.
Yeah. So, but all of a sudden, what happened? The reason why we are here was that on Friday they came up with a memo that you have to bring 450,000 naira for you to be re-embodied. Or what is that in English?
Unboarded?
No, we are on board. So they are kind of onboarding us. If there's any English like that.
Do you have a memo here?
Yes, the memo is here.
You can reference it.
Yeah. No, I'm coming. I'm just trying to.
Does somebody have another perspective? You want to say? Hold on a second. Let him meet you where you are. You have to speak closer to your microphone.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity. I'm very grateful. Now, I'm one of the old Lagride captains and Lagride Pro captains. And when this scheme started, it started as a 10% salary thing. So you make 10% of whatever money you make for them at the end of the month.
Oh.
Now, so we have 2 categories. We have the SUV categories and we have the EV categories. And then to onboard into the program, you have to just pay just a sum of 50,000 naira, which we actually paid and we got onboarded. So I was actually an SUV captain. Then I had an issue with my car. Then I had to move to EV. Now, moving down to the EV.
Pardon me.
Okay.
Do you go in with your car, or you
they
go
give
in
us
and
the
then
car.
they give you a car?
They give us the car.
Okay.
Now, moving on to the EV, we are asked to pay a refundable deposit of 375,000 for an EV car, which is a weekly rental, and also 450,000 for the SUV car, which is also a weekly rental, which is for just 1 week, but the money is being refunded.
I'm a little confused. 350 for what?
375,000
For
to
what?
rent the car from them.
Okay.
For
every week.
For every week.
Okay.
Which
And then-
initially
okay.
they said that they were going to be paying us 10. We had to pay 50,000 registration onboarding, and they will be paying us 10% of whatever
You make at
we
the end
make
of the
at
month.
the end of the month. Which the last time we were paid was October
Last
year. Yeah,
Okay.
we weren't after that October. We weren't paid a dime again
Okay.
since then.
So I need to follow the math of
Yeah.
what you have stated.
Yeah.
I'm a little outside of
Side
your
okay.
speaking, so I don't quite properly comprehend it. You say you pay 350. For
375
what? Okay, for what?
to rent the car for them every week.
Okay, and then for something.
450 to rent the SUV car every
Okay,
week.
okay.
Two
So
cars.
there are
Cars.
two different
There are
car
two different cars,
categories.
cars.
There's
Oh,
the
oh,
SUV
okay.
and the electric.
There's
Okay,
electric
okay,
cars.
okay.
So
okay.
for now, I drive the electric vehicle. Now in December, I was asked to pay 375,000 for an SUV, for an electric car, an EV car,
Math.
which I did pay, and I was told the money was refundable. You know, I walked all through, and okay, now as you're renting the car, you know the money the clients pay, the riders pay, don't go to you. It goes directly to the company.
Yeah.
And whatever money you make at the end of the week, the extra belongs to you. But we discovered that from December to date, none of us were being paid our extras.
Whatever monies you make
Yes.
during the week,
During the week, the extra.
do you have a return, a cap for what you must return every day?
60,000 every
For
day.
S-
So if you
for-
make-
for
if you
electric
make-
vehicles.
If you make 70,000, you give them 60, you keep 10.
They
No,
give,
no,
they hold
for
this,
electric-
they take 60, they give you 10 because the money is going to their
Oh, I
accounts.
see. Oh, the money goes to them, so
To
they
their
take
account.
60 and
60
then
and
give you 10. And this is outside the agreed upon end of the month. We'll give you 10% of all the
They
income you
cancelled
make.
that overnight.
Oh, there you go.
They didn't pay us and they cancelled that overnight. All of a sudden,
Oh.
they just came up with that policy. We didn't have any issue with that,
Mm.
and we are not allowed to use other apps like Uber and Bolt and whatever. They don't allow us to use those apps. We are strictly allowed to use LagRide app. And payments, the riders pay directly to LagRide. They don't pay this money to us. And from December, imagine people who have families. From
No,
December to
no.
now.
Pardon me. Before we go
Okay.
to the challenge,
Yeah.
I want to understand the money dynamic here.
Okay.
You rent the car every month. And
Every
so
day.
Every day.
Every day, yes.
But you pay a weekly rental of
Of
375,000,
yes.
right?
For the electric vehicle.
For the electric vehicle,
While
then the
for
SUV 450.
You pay 450. It's a two type of categories.
No,
of
I
car.
mean,
Yeah.
I get that.
Okay.
Okay. And then you carry passengers, they pay the
They
company
pay the
directly,
company
then the company
directly.
pays at the end of the month, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, since October, they cancelled what you
The
should make at the end
10%.
of the month.
Yes, the
So
council
how
is.
have you been making money?
We have not been making money. We have been making money for millions of naira for the company every day.
What reason did the company give for
They are not
paying
giving us.
you?
They are not giving us any reason. They are not talking to us. They are not saying anything. They come out with policies, different policies every day.
So when you deliver, if you deliver, say maybe today you made 70,000,
Yes.
and there of course is an excess of 10,000. So what happens to
They
that
don't
money?
give us the money. The money is gone.
So you've been working for free since
We've been working
October.
for free since October.
All right.
Now, the next day, if you make 45,000 or you make 50,000, they will seize the car from you and ask you to pay the balance for the previous day and pay 60,000 again for the new day before you are allowed to go out with the car.
Pardon me, that went over my head. Could you
Okay.
repeat that? Could you repeat that?
Yes. So now, assuming I made 70,000 today, and tomorrow I made 50,000. You know, I still have 10,000 left with them. It's
Exactly.
supposed to cover up for the 50,000 I made the previous day. Rather, they will ask me to pay the 10,000 for the previous day and pay 60,000 for
The
the
day
new
you
day.
made 50,000.
I'll pay 10,000 for the day I made 50,000
And
and
then-
60,000 for the new day before I'm allowed to take my car out.
So they don't even give you the 10,000.
The 10,000 they don't give you.
Oh.
Yes, I paid that money 3 times. I've paid 80,000. I've paid 70,000. I can remember this in February 3rd or so or 4th. I was robbed by a rider. That day I didn't meet up my target. These people.
You were robbed by a rider.
by a rider, yes.
Like a food delivery rider.
No, a rider that ordered. Someone who ordered.
Like a client.
A client.
Client, yeah.
I was
Oh,
robbed.
I see. Oh, wow.
I was robbed at gunpoint. and these people still ask me to pay for not meeting up.
So if they're not paying you a salary, how do you pay to rent the car? How are you able to afford rentage?
Okay, now,
wait,
so let me
just calm down. Let me try and explain something you
Okay.
didn't mention. Now, you know there are two categories of cars, the SUV and the electric. Now, you are expected to make a certain amount per day, which is you can't go. They call it, there is red zone, there is amber zone, and there is green zone. So for the SUV, because I drive SUV, you are not expected to make less than 45,000 naira, and you are given 25 liters of fuel to work. So there are some captains that make 45, some make 60, some make 72, some make 100 plus. So it depends on how smart the captains are. So because when I was onboarded, I was told I would be paid salaries at the end of every 2 weeks, and I'm going to the 4th month. I've not been paid a dime. Now there are times on the job you might run out of fuel, because there are times when you stay in a particular location. Our clients are actually, they are sophisticated clients. They are like, how do I call it? They are not just your ordinary clients. They are
There's a very
Yeah,
they are the VIPs.
Yeah.
So there are times you don't get that ride in a particular spot. So imagine me staying on a Team Ayan Crescent for like 30 minutes. If I don't get a client, I had to move to other locations where I can get clients, because I have a target of 72,000 that I must meet, either I like it or not. So in the process of you moving, you are actually consuming fuel. Definitely, if they give you 25 liters of fuel to work, you are consuming it. Okay, now what happens is, at times, most of the times, you have to meet up. And, you know, because we are Nigerians, you just have to meet up. Because if you don't meet up, they will collect the car from you. Or you have to pay the balance of what is remaining. But why we are here was because all of a sudden they came up with, I understand the inflation rate because there was increase in fuel. But the contract we signed with them was 25 liters of fuel, not naira. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, Joyce.
I get it.
25 liters of fuel means even if fuel is sold for 5,000 naira per liter, it's not of our business. Because what I discovered they did was that they increased their fuel, the price per kilometer. Maybe for instance, if they were charging, let's take, they are charging them 400 naira per kilometer. Immediately there was a fuel increase. They increased it also to 500 naira per kilometer. In lag ride, the least ride you can get, even if you are moving for 100 meter, is 430
All right.
something.
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Don't lose your thought. Lagos,
Okay.
we want to go off on a break. When we come back, we're picking this up where they left it off. We'll be right back.
More conversation.
The hour 1 p.m. We are all together unraveling this package. Whatever it's in it, let's find out. So before the break, you were trying to explain something. I think you understand this, and you're quite a good storyteller, so we're listening. You want to pick
Okay,
it up where
so-
you left off?
So what I'm saying is that I said
A few days ago, they came
a
up with a
few
new
days
policy.
ago they came up with a new policy. You know, there's this popular saying, "To whom much is given, much is expected."
Yeah.
But Lagride gave us little. Imagine you giving us 25 liters of fuel to work.
Before.
To make at least a benchmark of 45,000 naira
A day.
a day. That is the benchmark. You can make as high as 130,000, 120, 110,000 naira. All of a sudden, you came up with a policy. You are giving me 15 liters of fuel and you raise your benchmark to 60,000 naira. I want you to just ponder on that.
Oh, no,
Just
that's easy
ponder
to
on it.
comprehend. All
So
right.
what happened is, okay, because there are
Captain?
times captain, but because of the economic situation of things, I can't stay home. I've got kids to feed.
Yeah.
I might look small. I've got 3 boys. My least
You don't
boy
look
is 14
small.
years. I've
You're
got to
quite a
cater for
dad.
them, and like you always say, I don't want to collect rice. Joyce will tell you on her shoe, do you want to collect rice? So I choose not to collect rice. I choose to do a legitimate job. But you're giving me a 15 liters of fuel with a benchmark of 60,000 naira. I said, okay, I could. Most of the time, let me be
You try to
factual
work
with
it
you.
out.
I use my personal money to buy fuel. This goes to over 200 SUV drivers. Now for so you can imagine what we're going through. There are times, if I tell you the condition of that work, we practically sleep inside the car. We work at least 15 hours
every day.
Every day, I have less than 5 minutes of sleep because I'm expected to work 6 days in a week. Joyce, do you know the most demeaning part of this thing?
I want to hear it.
If I don't know, for your job there is sick leave, right? You are entitled to a sick leave.
I mean, if
you feel unwell,
collapsed, yeah. if I
so
collapsed,
Joyce
I
feel
could've
unwell,
worked.
and tomorrow she calls the boss, Femi Obondanes, or the admin. I'm going to the hospital. Do you know, for the days you didn't work as a result of you being sick, they still charge you for those days? You are paying 72,000 naira for those days.
75,000.
75. So they kept on piling debt on you, and I told myself, this isn't life.
All right.
Even
Oh,
if
wait, I'm so
yeah,
sorry. I
yeah,
hate to interrupt. You know how this goes,
yeah,
right?
no problem,
So
no
Lagos,
problem.
we off on
Yeah,
a break. We'll be
yeah,
right back.
yeah.
It's about time for the news update. Don't go anywhere.
It happens here. Wura, FA Cup, and Premier League reconnect to DSTV.
Keeping you informed, connecting you, and bringing you deeper into the conversation.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you, Lagos. I am Buluwatife Jegede with the news. The just concluded African Democratic Congress National Convention is still at the buzz in the Nigerian political space, especially after the alleged bottlenecks the party faced to hold their event. The party delegates voted in David Mark, and his leadership team voted to amend its constitution and expelled the Nafiu Bala faction despite there being a pending court case on the issue. ADC leaders also promised the current government of a tough battle in the 2027 polls, with strongly worded criticisms of the administration coming especially from Rauf Aregbesola, an erstwhile ally of President Bola Tinubu. David Mark says the ADC is united and ready to lead Nigeria, insisting the party cannot be silenced or ignored. And the presidency has fired back at former Rauf Aregbesola following his criticism of the government, saying he failed in both his roles as governor and minister. In a strong statement by presidential spokesperson Bayon Onaga on X, the presidency said Eric Bashala's time in office was marked by unpaid salaries and hardship for workers in Osun State. It also accused him of poor performance as interior minister, pointing to several prison attacks and jailbreaks during his tenure. The presidency described Eric Bashala's recent criticism of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as hypocritical. And here in Lagos, support for the current Deputy Governor, Kadiri Obafemi Hamzat, to secure the APC gubernatorial ticket for the 2027 polls is drumming up in many regions of the state. A grassroots coalition is currently mobilizing for Hamzat outside political structures in places like Yaba, from where many young startups emerge, and Akoka, where a large population of students have found thanks to the presence of a number of tertiary institutions. The group claims that they have not been mobilized, but are doing this out of their preference for Hamzat's emergence as the APC flag bearer in 2027. And in sports, Nigerian superstar Demola Lookman buried Barcelona as Atletico de Madrid claimed one of four semi-final tickets in yesterday's round of 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League. He scored Atletico's only goal of the game in a 2-1 loss, which ended up being the winning goal on aggregate for the Madrid-based team. Atletico manager Diego Simeone praised him for his efforts, but still pushed him to do more for the team, especially in defense, as their charge continues. Meanwhile, the quarterfinals continue today with Real Madrid taking on Bayern Munich and Arsenal facing Sporting CP Lisbon. Don't miss the expert coverage on Nigeria Info 99.3 FM. That's the news. For more news, visit nigeriainfo.fm. Follow us on our socials, X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Nigeria Info. Listen anywhere via the Nigeria Info app on Android or iOS. And you can also call us if you have any news tip. It's 014657175. Thank you so much for staying with us. I am Buluwati Fair Jegede, the sunny side with Joyce continues.
Listen up, Lagos. The game has officially changed. Parents, if your child eats, sleeps, or breathes the beautiful game, don't just give them a ball, give them a future. The 12th edition of Green Springs Football Camp is here, and we are calling out the Wonder Kids. Step into the Green Springs standard. We are bringing elite coaching, premier structure, unmatched discipline. We are taking raw passion and turning it into structured, undeniable greatness, and of course, lots of fun. We have trained more than 2,300 kids and have 5 former participants who have gone on to play for the under 17 national team, showing our clear impact. And parents, listen closely. This is a life-changing journey. The top player at this camp will win a full academic scholarship to study at Green Springs School. Open to all kids aged 5 to 17 from any school. Time is running out and the camp kicks off in just a few days. April 26th is almost here. Don't wait on the sidelines. Secure your spot right now. Visit bit.ly/GFC2026. That's bit.ly/GFC2026. Green Springs Football Camp for Wonder Kids. Serious about football. Register today.
Tick, says the clock. What we have to do today is worthy of note.
This is Sunny Side with Joyce, only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
And we're back, 99.3 Nigeria Info. So I have gentlemen here with me in the studio who work as drivers for...
Lagride Pro.
Okay, they work for drivers with a company called Lagride Pro. All right. And so they are here explaining the working conditions. And I like that they are here expressing their displeasure and eventual objection to the working conditions that they are forced to work under. But I have a number of questions for you. Did you read your contract?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
I'm going to need you to speak into your microphone.
Yeah, we read it, and that's why we're also coming up with all those things.
Okay.
So many of the things they promise us in the contract, like when they want to onboard you, you are expected to be given a phone. Those the older captains got theirs, but for the not all, let me say very few percentage got. You are expected to be given airtime and data. They are not doing this. For instance, I never got a phone, I never got a data, I never got airtime. But irrespective of that, we still work. It is the Nigerian situation. I used to ask myself, would a Nigerian person own a company in China and subject people to all this inhuman treatment? You need to see where we sleep. Joyce, I practically sleep on the floor every day, at least 6 times in the day, because if I don't do that, my leg will be swollen. I could show you some pictures. When I drive for like 15 hours a day, I barely have 5 hours of sleep. You can imagine.
Okay, I want to give this gentleman over here an opportunity to speak. You say you've been with the company for 6 months?
Since November last year.
Okay, all right.
Actually, when I heard about LagRide, I was told that it's a Lagos State empowerment initiative. They want to empower the youth. And that was the reason why I applied. Because I was told that, okay, the mindset behind this is just come get the vehicle, work for the company, and in the space of 4 years, you own the vehicle.
I was about to ask you that because I just discovered you can drive to own or drive to earn.
Yeah.
All right. So were you aiming to drive to earn?
When I came, I told them that I want to drive to own.
Okay.
So they thought us that, okay, there is this program called Drive to Own program. And if they should give you the vehicle, you to drive for 4 years and the vehicle becomes yours. Then any other thing that has to do with servicing of the vehicle, the maintenance and every other, they will provide you with the necessary requirements that will enable you to meet up with that target.
They told you that?
Yeah, they told us that, and that's one of the things that triggered my interest. And I was told I have to pay 50,000 for registration. So even when the money wasn't there, I have to like, okay, let me do this because I know that maybe if I'm 26 joining LagRide, if I get to 30, I should be able to have a car to myself. At least from there I can plan my life and get married and trying to establish something.
You really tried to plan.
And
I mean, look, I hate it. I hate the revelation of your disappointment, but okay, here we go.
And from there, after paying 50,000, we did the training. And from there, the only thing that LagRide gave to me as a person was a training certificate. That's one. Mm-hmm. 2 long sleeve shirts tagged LagRide, and with a jacket. And the 2 long sleeve shirts, you have to wear them for 1 week. So each day,
1 shirt for 1 week.
So the two shirts.
Oh.
You have to put it on for 1 week. That's from Monday to Saturday.
You work 6 days a week?
Yeah, 6 days a week. So they told us that, okay, they told me that, okay, I'm to work for a minimum of 3 months first. Then after 3 months, they can now issue a brand new vehicle to me so that I can now use it for the Drive to Own program. So the first 3 months was like a test run.
Okay.
And I asked, this first 3 months, the money that we are generating, are we going to split it into 2? They're like, no. You work for the company for them to show them your competence that you can actually do this.
3 months physical labor, no payment.
Yeah, and they tell you that, okay, for these 3 months first,
but they trained you.
The training was for it. I'm already a driver. You must be a driver before you apply.
Yeah, I'm even saying, let's even assume that they didn't quite trust your definition of I'm a driver.
Yeah.
Even though Lagos is crazy, you can be reckless. But I'm thinking they trained you.
The training,
for them to issue you a certificate, you must have qualified.
Yeah, the training has to do with how the system works.
Oh, not even the
not an outside driving. The driving test is just to carry you and you drive round the building. Like, you come out and drive round the building and you park the car, you've passed the driving test.
Okay. Now, you worked how many hours during your probation period?
During that period, we're asked to pick up the car by 6 a.m. and we return the car by 10 p.m. And any day you fail to return the car, they'll put your name in a sort of list, and the next day you'll be queried and you'll be sanctioned and you pay some fines that are attached to it. And I'm like, what's really going on? But at a point, there was no option yet. I was like, let me see where this leads to. So I continued. And from there, we're given 25 liters of fuel on a daily. They gave us a fuel card and they told us that we should go to Total fuel stations and get 25 liters. There are days, man, that Total doesn't have fuel.
And so you can't work that.
You can work and still, they expect you to pay.
So was there an instance where you couldn't work because the filling station didn't have petrol, and you had to pay?
Exactly, man.
No, don't say exactly. Tell me.
No, there are times like when the recent increment of fuel came up. There are even days that the fuel cars weren't funded. Before they started funding the fuel cars on Tuesday, at a point throughout Tuesday you will see no funds. So you've got to use your own money to buy fuel and work for the company.
Did they refund that money?
I have an evidence here. There was a day I used my money to get fuel for like 2 days. The next day I went to the petrol station and I was like, okay, this money is mine. I borrowed it. Now I want to withdraw from the fuel card and return back that debt. Now, after making that withdrawal, the next day I want to get fuel with the same fuel card. It wasn't going through. When I called the management, they told me that I have already withdrawn for the previous day, so I can't make any other withdrawal again. So that's more of a scam.
The whole program is a scam.
Lagos, can you hear this?
That's more of a scam, and all these things.
No,
Don't use
the right word.
Don't use the obligatory message. We on air. The thing is, we also have to be fair to them. We have to be fair. No.
No,
The
we
thing
don't
is
have to be fair.
No.
I like this.
It's what
I'm still talking.
Okay.
I'm still talking. So for me, this is my experience.
What word would you like to use?
I prefer using the word scam because a normal Nigerian man understand what scam is all about. So when we hear the word scam, there's something that prompts to that word. There's something that made me to use that word scam.
I mean, so right now, legally, there is proof to say that they owe you money for petrol.
Yeah, sure.
To use your personal.
Yeah, sure. I have the evidence here on my phone. I have my chart. Each and every captain, we are assigned to an
if I
arrow.
tell you how irritated I am with that captain title, I keep trying to sit through it.
Each and every one of us, we have an arrow. An arrow is like an officer, that you call when you have issues, and
they are mean and rude.
When issues come up, they are there to assist
But they're
you.
Nigerians, right?
They're Nigerians.
They are
Mean, rude, and
Nigerians.
arrogant.
I like that
They have
I like his
puppets.
comment.
They actually have puppets. I can mention their names
Yeah,
they
no,
use.
mention.
We have one. His name is Ore. Very arrogant, short, useless thing.
It's
No,
okay.
okay, now that's actually abusive.
No,
I get that you're angry. I don't want you
I
to
won't
say
use it on
short,
air.
useless
Okay, I won't
thing.
use it on air.
But you can say, okay, well,
Yeah.
this is the person who pretty
There are
much.
two. There are two of
So
them.
what
They're
I'm
puppets.
saying, man.
Just a minute,
Okay.
please.
What I'm saying in essence, I've worked for them since November, and every particular month, I'm remitting 1.8 million every
So
month.
that was during probation.
Yeah, from the
How much
first
did
day.
they pay you as someone under probation?
What they told me is that in a day, I'm to make at least 100,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I make 100,000, they take 75,000.
Okay.
And the remaining 25,000
They
goes
give
to
to
me.
you.
Yeah. Now, under the lag right, this is a new e-hailing company. They are not well known. And secondly, their prices are very expensive compared to Uber, Bolt, and other companies. So we find it very much difficult to even meet up with that same
with the target that they give.
Yeah,
okay,
with the
but
target.
when you, as a probation officer, as a driver under probation,
Yeah.
do they pay you?
No.
Nothing.
No, they don't.
didn't pay
They've
me
not. They've not given me a dime from November that I
When did
joined
you start
them.
driving?
I started driving January.
This year.
Yeah. And let me shock you, Joyce. Let me shock you a minute. There was a particular captain that drove for 3 weeks. I met, his plight. I felt for him. For 3 weeks, the guy made 1.8 million. I said, guy, you are a genius. And
Was that when the petrol was 25 liters a day?
Yes. He's a new captain. I was like, you are very good. But do you know the shocking thing? They collected the car from him and asked him to go and bring 280,000 naira for him to be reonboard.
Yes, we onboarded.
I was shocked. I said, this
isn't Lagos. This is something.
This is an heartless situation.
So from my own experience, I've been with them. I've been making 1.8. My car, they just collected my car on Monday, this Monday. So from November I made 1.8. December I made 1.8. January, for me to keep driving with them, that means I've been meeting up with the target. So 1.8 every month times 5 months. That's 9 million naira.
Sorry, they
just
just
for me to
updated my debt to 1.3 million.
Just for me to wake up one morning.
Just update
Lagos,
right
I'm
now.
sorry. Wait.
For 1.1.
You worked for how many months?
From November till
Lagos.
Monday. They just collected my car on Monday.
Can I see that, please?
Eh?
What?
On Monday.
Could you gentlemen please wait?
They just updated it right now.
Oh, good
From
God.
1.1 million to 1.3. And they gave me these debts just because I confronted them, asked them for my money that they were owing me. That's when they started piling debt on me.
So this, pardon me, Lagos, I'm trying to explain the debt to you. What does this mean? That you owe a company?
That you're
company
owing
1.3
them. You
million.
didn't meet up with their targets.
I make 65 to 100k every day
How
for
many
them.
months have you worked there?
I've been working. This is my 8th month.
You've been working for a company for 8 months,
Yes,
and
they're not paying me.
they're not paying
They're
you.
not paying. The last money I received from them was in October.
And they tell you that you owe them 1,300,000.
Exactly.
It was 1,165,000
This morning when I
While
saw
we
it
are here,
outside.
they updated it to 1.3 million, and I've not worked for days.
I think they've gotten information
So-
that we are here.
so
I'm
how does this-
suspecting they've gotten information we are
So
in
all
the
of you are
studio.
officially in debt at this point.
We are officially in
No,
debt.
because I know somebody would have told them. Part of the sad story also is that part of the drivers
What
or the
is that?
captain, they are also moles. We are here. That was why I said we should remain anonymous. They've already forwarded the information to them that your guys are on Nigerian info. They've started probably spilling.
I was going to
spilling.
ask about
Yeah.
other the disposition of other drivers. So
They were supposed to be here, Joyce. If you want us to mobilize 100,
They'll
you
be
will
here.
see them.
how many
Yeah.
drivers are displeasured by this?
We are currently. They are active in the group
Drivers,
right now. They even want
there's
to call
an
in.
The
active
group,
group.
I, the
They're
group I
asking for
created,
there's
an
the
active
active
group.
group I created,
Yeah.
we have over 70 there. That's for just the island.
and how many of the 70 are displeased by this?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Almost everybody.
They need a
Almost
number. If
everybody.
you open the phone lines now, they will call
Okay.
in.
So, but I need some. I want to comprehend this figure, 1.364
Yeah.
million, right? So, is this for you worked but you didn't remit back the
Okay.
money?
There is no explanation for
No,
that.
no, no,
Or
no.
you didn't
no.
go to
There is an
work.
explanation for it. Now, this is what because I confronted them. Now, this is it. If you are expected to work 6 days in a week,
Are you with the car? I'm so sorry. Are
No,
you with the
advise
car?
with them.
I'm
They've
with the
collected
car.
the
They've
car.
So
collected
they're
all
with
our
the,
cars.
and there's no damage to the car.
No, not at all.
Okay. There's a video
I
here.
had,
can
I
show
had
you
an
the
accident
video.
last week.
Okay.
The error was from them because I've been complaining about the car for about 2 months, and there's something that is wrong with all the EV cars. All the EV cars, those cars are death traps. All the EV cars belonging to the company are death traps. Let me show you an evidence.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because I think they have to be able to explain to you how they arrived at this figure.
They
Just
can't. They don't have an explanation.
have you gonna ask?
Yes,
them?
I wasn't on debt before. The day I confronted them for my payments, my money they were owing, because they said pay 375,000, it's refundable. And after a month, I did not see my money. 2 months, I went to them and said, please, where is this money? The following 2 days later, they piled up. They gave me debt of 380,000. After a couple of days, they gave me debt of 800,000. Last week, they gave me debt of 1.1 million, and here I am, 1.3 million. And I meet up my target every day.
Let me use mine as an example, ma. For last month, that was the Ramadan period. People were fasting, both Muslims and Christians, and the order wasn't coming in much.
Wild.
So at that point, to meet up with their 75,000 naira target was very difficult.
Okay.
So they introduced this thing called the red zone. The red zone. So the red zone, if you're not able to meet up with 45,000 naira per day, they'll seize your car. The next day, you have to pay 75,000 rental plus the outstanding debt to complete that 75,000 for the previous day before you pick up the car. So during that period, we're trying to find means at least to exceed that red zone and ensure that they don't seize our cars. Why? because they are expected to give us the orders. There are days you stay online from 6 to 10 p.m. and you're expected to, if the orders are coming, we don't have issues with it because we're willing to work. Let's say you come here, you pick another, and most especially, Lagride only have customers. I'm on air. Lagride only has customers within the island.
And not much.
Any trip that takes you to the mainland, it will be very difficult for you to get an order coming back to the island.
So he was trying to do a mathematical calculation of how much you are being owed. So he was telling you he made 1.8 million.
Yeah, I wanted to say what he has already made. If he's making 1.8 per
month.
per month,
yeah.
So 1.8 per month times 6 months.
Yeah.
So he has made
6 or 5 months.
5 months. 5 months. Yeah.
Okay, if it is 5 months, that is he has already made 9 million.
9 million
now
naira.
there are operational costs. I'm not disputing
no,
it. You have to. I did accounting in school, so you have to minus probably the fuel cost, which I'm being fair. I like being fair because at times when you want to come to equity, you also must come with clean hands. But the thing is this, after they've deducted their expenses, they can still boast of at least 6 million of what this guy has made for them in 6 months or 5 months. Now here is the thing, Joyce. You can imagine after making this and this guy has not earned anything. I want to tell you something. Most of our captains, they battle. I don't want to say it's kidney issue because when they drive, the leg is swollen up. Do you know the funny part? The cars are insured. The drivers that drive are not insured.
There's no HMO.
No HMO, no nothing.
December, we lost a driver.
Pardon me, are you in debt?
Pardon? Me?
Do you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All drivers.
All drivers, they just get, okay, before I traveled, for last month, when we weren't having orders, they gave me a debt of 520,000 out of 1.8. That's for that month. Now, I forwarded a message to them and I told them that I want to travel to the east. I have a wedding to attend. I want to travel to the east. And before I traveled and returned back, from 520,000 that I was owing, that was on my dashboard, I traveled on Monday. I came back on Thursday. On Friday, I picked up the car. When I went online, I opened my app. From 520,000 naira debt, I opened my app. I was seeing a total depth of 1.2 million.
All right. Wow. Hold your thought. Lagos, we are off on a break. We'll be right back.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Let me tell you the real thing to brag about. Brag about how authentic you are. Brag about your confidence and your vibe. Brag about your style, your energy. And yes, brag about how amazing you smell. Because there is one fragrance that gives you all of that in one bottle. Wazobia perfume.
Oh yes, Wazobia perfume. The same perfume everybody's talking about. See, once you step in with Wazobia perfume, you don't need to talk too much. The fragrance does the talking for you. Be authentic, be confident, be classy. Treat yourself and your friends to Wazobia perfume today. Available as both perfume and body spray.
Get your Wazobia perfume today at any store near you or order online for cotton purchases or to stock Wazobia perfume. Please call 0201-330-0047 or email contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
Stay updated and stay locked.
Are we not seeing it like it's a thing that has been planted and is growing fruitfully?
We talk about justice. Can we get justice in Nigeria as it is?
Struggle to understand whether we are
When a lot of people are saying that government have hand in this insecurity in Nigeria.
They die on a daily basis. Enough is enough. We must put an end to it.
We know that in Nigeria government, the law was made by the rich for the poor to obey.
It wasn't as worse as this, and I came to church with my suit and tie. I carried placard from church. We marched the streets of Lagos.
A number of men on maternity lines talking about how their partners have been behaving after childbirth.
It would have been better if the president did not even visit at all.
And take it to the National Assembly, because if they can sleep at night, not worried about whatever it is that we are going through.
The conversation continues right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
99 points. I think I find it precisely unbelievable. I'm a little taken out for. I feel I don't even know how to comprehend what you're saying. I don't like half of it has to be a lie for it to be true, because there's no way this is true. And I think for me, partly the confusion is how this has gone on for so long. I mean, I'm surprised that you, who's made 9 million, are in debt of 1 point. Oh, by the way, Lagos, while the commercial was ongoing, his debt increased from
1.2 million
1.2 million
to 1.7
so
now.
1.7. Are you in debt? I think the more you breathe, the more debts you get into.
Yeah.
We pay for the
Now let's assume the cars were retrieved on Monday. So now they are adding the cost of Monday. We didn't work on Monday. They're adding Monday, Tuesday, and even today.
It's not supposed to be up to
So
1.7.
is there a
They'll tell
clause
you.
in your contract where you must work? Because failure to work means you owe your master.
There's nothing like that.
No.
There's nothing
To,
like
so
that.
many
to a
things-
point, to even bring this more clearer, there are days that they call you to go to Ojota for servicing. Go and service your car. Now, when you get to that place, you have more than 50 drivers that they need to attend to. And each and every day you go to servicing, they still expect you to pay the same amount for that day. Pay 75,000.
Yeah. So because I keep wondering what's in your contract. I'm even thinking, even if there was something in your contract that you signed, this is incomprehensible. So I'm wondering I keep asking you if you read your contract.
Sure.
Okay.
I've got a copy of it.
There's
with
another
me.
contract. I don't know if you signed that other contract. The one that they
At this point, except
They-
you
they
signed
held
your
us at
souls
one point to
off,
sign.
there's nothing else that explains this level of servitude. It is not comprehensible.
Joyce, you know,
what's your debt? What do you
no,
owe?
my debt is 402,000.
Oh, okay.
The thing is this. No, not because it's not much. Me, I'm somebody that I feel what others feel. I won't say because I'm in a position to even borrow the money and pay, but I used to ask myself, is this how we'll continue running this country?
Now hold on. So
Yeah.
your debt is lower than the debt of the
they've
other
been in
people,
the,
right?
They've been in the system longer than me.
So you've worked January this year.
Yes.
Oh
up
wait.
to now, yeah.
When did you start working?
No, I said January. They've been in the system longer than me.
No, when did you start working?
January.
You're already in a 400 naira debt.
That is it. That is how it works.
How much have you made? Like how much have you
on
made
the average
as
I make
profit?
on the average I make like 1.7 per month.
Okay.
So for like 4 months I should have made close to 5 million naira.
And have you been paid?
I've not been paid a dime. And the cost
And
of
you
the
are
vehicle.
in debt. Do you understand what this is?
I know, Joyce. I know. It's a slavery thing. Now, the cost of the vehicle in question is not up to 28 million naira. Do you know the truth, Joyce? Let me shock you. Most drivers that are even doing their probationary period, do you know they've actually made the cost of the vehicle?
Exactly.
They are supposed to enroll them into DTO, which is drive to own. But they are always,
And that's the question we have to ask them.
For the drivers that are doing DTO now, they are not much. Do you know they alleged that Lagride refused to remit to UBA? They have a partnership with. As a
UBA
matter of fact, I think
$100 million.
I think I agree with your word. Yes, it's actually a scam scheme.
Oh, you
the
just-
government
just
needs
look at you.
no.
Look at you.
I'm trying to be polite because I can't just allege, but when you think of it critically, it's actually I'm using this opportunity to call upon Lagos State Commissioner for Transportation and the people in charge of regulating e-hailing driver. Lagride should be checkmated. I'm being sincere here. They should be checkmated. They are scam. They are scam.
No, that's one of my
Yeah.
major pain now, because how can I make 9 million for you on Monday? You just asked me to pack my cars and that terminates my contract with you.
Someone
That's
will
the
have
end.
15 million for them. They collected this car.
I want to open up the telephone lines. Someone in WhatsApp thinks you guys must have sworn an oath to a god. That's probably the only reason that this is. I need to check the message. Yeah, he says that you must have sworn an oath to a god. That's the only reason this is sensible.
Can I reply? Now, Joyce, this is it. We are in. You know what? Though we won't use economic situation as a yardstick, but the truth is we have kids to feed. You know, the thing is this, because of what is going on in Nigeria, you can't even talk. There are so many people that are oppressed. Not that we swore any oath. We didn't swear any oath. I'm a Christian. I dare not. But because I've got to feed my family, and the government is not providing any job. Joyce, no, though I'm liberated. I'm liberated now. But
feeding them.
We are feeding
with it.
I like that you are explaining this to yourself in order to rationalize it.
Yeah, I agree to
You
that.
are in. I want you to understand the irony.
I know. I understand it perfectly. I understand it.
The slaves that were in Egypt were not in debt. You are in debt.
So this is the modern day slavery.
I'm going to open up telephone lines, 99.3 Nigeria Info.
0201-277-0993. Joyce is unfounded. 0201-465-7190 and on WhatsApp 0809-597-5805. Joyce, it's okay. Joyce, pick calls.
The telephone numbers are
0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190.
welcome to Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to this. I would love for the drivers to call. If you're a driver and yes, you're at liberty to be anonymous. I would like to hear what your experience has been. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show. What's your name?
Yeah, Joyce, good afternoon. Yeah,
Yes, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate. The stories of these guys stories are 100% true. This message goes, good afternoon, Lady Joyce. Like the lag ride arrangement, Lagos State operates such schemes on different levels, even the BRT buses contract staff for its operations, whereby the workers are not entitled to medicals, pensions, and everything that a free citizen. Did he just say Lagos State? He says, like the lag ride arrangement, Lagos State operates such schemes on different levels, even the BRT buses contract staff for its operations, whereby the workers are not entitled to medicals, pensions, and everything that a free citizen is supposed to be entitled to. This is Giwa from Ikorodu. But did he just say Lagos State? Is that an accurate piece of information? Did you say Lagos State doesn't have pension and medicals for workers as a state?
I think you mentioned BRT workers, so it might be.
So maybe particularly BRT workers. I don't know why that sounds incorrect to me, but okay. Thank you so much for writing me. Just hold your thought. Let's go to the telephone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the sunny side. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Joyce. This is B speaking from Ekpe. Wait, did you say that company is a Lagos State company, Lagride?
Pro is actually owned by Chinese, so it's like a partnership. Now they are a partnership in Lagos State because the first batch for I think 2022 was actually run by.
Young man. How can they make a young man to be owing 1 point something million? Which type of? Please, they should check that company. See, I think okay, they are Chinese, they are not Indians. Even the Chinese, they are like that. They are like that. They always like to treat their staff like slaves. Thank God, this is one of the things the media should do, please. Youths that are suffering, they should look into it and make sure people don't suffer anymore. This is suffering, this is slavery. How can a young man, even they mention UBA, what's this man's name said? This their owner. Please, I don't. Oh God, what's this? Thank you. I'm done. Bye bye.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. Lagos, if you have just tuned in, welcome. I guess we're all together collectively here in the actual human reality of what is happening in Nigeria, but this time specifically with drivers. I just googled the ownership of Lagride. It's said to be owned and operated by CIG Motors, led by the chairperson Diana Chen. which took over operations to manage the platform and vehicle maintenance. The initiative is a partnership with the Lagos State government to feature a $100 million vehicle financing scheme supported by United Bank of Africa, the UBA. So certainly quite a number of hands in this particular kitchen. I am utterly... I first, for this to be comprehensible, I think it is inaccurate piece of information. I do not believe that this is happening. But I think maybe something that conflicts with that position is the fact that there are people here who bear witness to the story. It is not just the working condition. It is that you are in debt. If it were not real, it would be laughable. If it were not real, it would be good comedy. This sounds comical to me. And so that's why I kept asking you whether there's an explanation to the debt. It is like, you don't own the car, you don't have because they say the scheme is work to earn. So you're not in debt as against the car. You don't understand what I mean? Like your debt is not pegged against the car you're working to earn. It is just that, and so you haven't been paid, which is the agreement. 2, you've worked for months. For you now, you say you've been working since October. You've not been paid since October. You haven't been paid since October, and they're supposed to pay you by virtue of the agreement. And you are in a 1.3 million naira. You're in 1.7. You're 1.3 million naira debt. Okay. Telephone lines. I keep trying to repeat it just so I understand it. Welcome to Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side. What's your name? I lost you. Please make it back. The sunny side, Nigeria Info. Welcome. What's your name?
Hello. Good afternoon, Joyce.
And tell us your name. You can go ahead.
Please, I would like to remain anonymous.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Yes. I'm one of the lag ride drivers. So what the stories of these guys are 100% correct. I started working for lag ride November last year. What they introduced to us was drive to home. But immediately when we came on board, they changed the policy. They said there's nothing like drive to own anymore, but weekly renter. Rental 10%, 10% in the sense that if I work 100,000 naira, my own take home is 10,000 naira. If I do a business of 1 million naira, my take home is 100,000 naira. But we continued. After some months, by November, December, they brought in the weekly rental policy that we should go and bring 450,000 naira in order to rent the car for us to drive. We protested that time that we cannot do it because it is not achievable. After some time, they started. They took the drivers, batch by batch. But after some time, they enforced it on all of us. Now we must do the rental by fire by force. As it is now, yes. As it is now, they've collected cars from virtually all the drivers that we should go and bring 450,000 naira before they can give us the car to drive. Meanwhile, all the agreements that all what they promised in their this thing, they did not fulfill their own part of the bargain. So lag ride and their policy, they are scam.
Okay. Thank you so much. I want some. So thank you for calling me, and I like what you have raised. I need the gentleman in the studio to explain this compulsory deal. Thank you, caller, for calling me. I do appreciate it. Except
now, my app. If you check my app, a lot of debt, unexplainable debt.
Let me ask you, please. How much do you owe?
Over 1.8 million is debt on my app now. The last time I collected salary was in November. We are not being paid, yet they subjected us to inhuman treatment. Many of us were sleeping inside the car because we can't go home. We can't go home to meet our families. We are sleeping inside the car. Our legs are swollen. Yet, in spite of all this treatment, they still want us to go and bring 450,000 naira. They are accumulating debts on our house.
I'm struggling here. Please wait. How long have you been working?
For that, right?
Yes.
Yes, I joined the system in October.
Last year?
Last year.
How much have you made for the company?
How much? In a month, I made nothing less than 1 million or 1.2 million naira. Nothing less than that. There are times I
and you are in when last did they pay you?
November.
And you are in
and
a
that November
1.8
salary.
million
We were
naira
expected
debt.
to pay. We were expected to be paid November in December, but they seized our salary. They seized our salary. They asked us to go and bring more money.
So they asked you to go and bring money outside of the 1.8 million that you owe.
Yes. After that time, the money wasn't up to 1.8.
Okay.
But, then we were collecting the 10% of our total earning. You understand?
Yeah, but did you get paid? Did you get? You've been working since October. Did you get paid?
They us that 10% again. They also have to go and bring more money.
Thank you so much for calling me. I really do appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. One of another driver has. I'm going to call you driver. I think it's an act of slavery that somebody will call you a captain.
Yes.
And make you work for them. They put a band, they put a name on your back. It's exactly what happened during slavery. I need someone to explain this compulsory. So another. You're not going to say your name, okay?
I'm going to expand on this.
Okay, good. So please, what is that thing he just said?
Okay, it's also November last year. Where
you can raise it. Yeah.
We were months. All of a sudden, that was around October, between October and November. The money, the salary they were supposed to pay off that month, they did not pay us. They told us that everybody had been moved to compulsory rental.
No more drive to earn.
Yeah, no matter without pre-information. We are not pre-informed that at the end of the month.
That's certainly against your contract, just so you know. Okay, good.
Yes.
So they force you to move from drive to earn
to renter.
Okay, good.
Now
where you have to bring 350, 75 or 400 and something every week to rent the car.
Yes. So that at the end of that month, we were expecting to receive salary. They seized the whole salary and said everybody is on mandatory rental payment. And at the end of that month, they said if you don't make up to that 1.8, they will put debt on your app compulsorily.
Wait. If you don't make the
breakdown of the 1.8, man, you're expected to make 450.
Yeah, no, she understand what you're talking about.
That's
75,000
I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay.
If you don't make if you don't make your what's 1.8?
That's 450 per week for the.
That's what you're supposed to make.
Yeah.
So that's the expected return on you.
We are first of all, okay, let me tell you. We were first of all told, we are first of all encouraged to move from drive to own. I mean from drive to earn to renter. And they said we should go and look for 450 and pay to move to rental, so that after the 450, whatever money on top of the 450 at the end of the month will be yours. If you make 600,000 at the end of the month, 150 is yours. Yeah. If you make 1 million, they will just collect 450 and 550 is yours. That was what we are told. And some people, and they told us that, okay, if you pay that 450, you'll be going home with the car. Based on that, some captains or drivers went ahead to look for money. Yes, we are called captain there. So some drivers went ahead to search for money, because going home with the car will ease a lot of stress. Yeah. It will help you when you close work to go home early and then to resume early the next day. So they went and sought for the money. All of a sudden, they said they are not. Okay, sorry. They said you can't go home with the car. So many captains that were ready to go and look for money withdrew. If I'm not going home with the car, there's no need of paying 450. And then at the end of that month, I think October to November, that was exactly when it happened. October to November. At the end of October, we were expecting to receive salary. All of a sudden, they came to us and told us that they called for a meeting and said everybody has been moved from drive to earn to renter. If you are driving SUV, it is 450. If you are driving Wulin, which is the bingo, the small one, it is 375. And we say, we are expecting. My wife is pregnant. I was expecting, and she'll be, by the grace of God, put bed next month. I was expecting salary because she's going to antenatal and all the rest of them. Yeah. And they said no salary. And then if you did not make that their 450 of they have specified for renter, at the end of that week, you will be debt. Yeah, you'll be indebted. So they put a debt on your app that you must pay as you continue to drive for them for the following week. So what happened recently? All of a sudden, they came up again and said, you must not pay 450 upfront. We have been driving for them for this past month. I make 2 million, I make 2 point something, I make more than that, and they will not even pay us. They will by this week you're making a lot of money. They were supposed to give the account at the end of this week. They will not do it. They will wait for another 2 weeks or 3 weeks. That they will not accumulate debt on your head and say they will not pay you. They will have not been. I don't think anybody has been receiving salary here for it.
So let me add something. I'm not cutting it short. Please, let's also emphasize the fact that our fuel was reduced from 20.
No, we are coming there now. Come.
Always make it a point of emphasis so that people can see how
the wickedness
they are. You were given 25 liters of fuel to make 75,000. Later, you reduce the liters of fuel to 15 liters.
15 liters.
Expecting me to produce it.
At the same time.
You know one shocking thing? I traveled on Monday. I came back on Friday. They charged me for 4 days, Monday to Thursday, that I didn't work. But yet, my fuel card, there was no fuel there. When I came back, I wanted to start working. I called for fuel. They told me that I didn't work for 4 days, so they didn't fund my fuel card. But they have already placed that debt on my account.
How much debt were you in the days you didn't work?
Before I traveled, my debt my account was having a debt of 520. I have a screenshot of it.
And you were off for 4 days?
Yeah, I was off for 4 days. When I came back, I was seeing 1.2. Coming to the studio now, I'm seeing 1.7. 1.7 million.
Okay, let me also say something about that. Now, my own, I was one of the captains. They even called me recently to make me captain lead. That I was one of, yes, I was one of them. Captain lead. They said they want to make me captain lead to lead some group of drivers, and because I was one of those who make their money on daily basis. Because if I go out, my mentality is to make the money. I don't want to owe anybody. I'm a family man. I don't want them to just collect the car from me, because I know that if I default in the area of not meeting up their target, they might collect the car. And my wife is pregnant, as I'm saying it now. She will deliver next month, and I need money. All of a sudden, they came up. I was not owing the money on the app. These guys called me to bring the car because one day I did not pack. They said I should come the day. I didn't know they had a plan. They went and put debt of 400 or something on my app. When the guy said I did not work for some days, I said I work for all the days.
How many months have you been working?
I've been working with them.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been working with them since last year, July. And so it's about between I think I'm around 9-10 months now.
And you've been making one.
I've been meeting up, yes, on daily, on weekly, on monthly basis.
Have you been paid?
Yes, during December period.
Yeah.
December, January, and early February, we are being paid.
How much? Because these ones haven't been paid.
Yes, I must. Okay. It's on the app. They are being paid because at the end of the week they will say, okay, you have this also now. After making their money, they'll pay. You see it on the app. You can withdraw to your accounts. Okay. Yes, for that December, because I can't deny them. For December, January, and early February, I was being paid.
Now, were you paid what you were supposed to be paid?
I wasn't even checking it, Seth, because when I see the balance, yes, I wasn't even going through it because I know what these people have to. So I wasn't going through the data. But it was recently I went through the data. I discovered that these people have been manipulating a lot of things. Because when they put this data on my app, I came to there's a person, the leader, they call Aro, our relation officer. I called him, said I did not work for some days. He mentioned the days. I said, sir, I did not work. If I'm not going to work, I was supposed to report to you. I have been working. He said the day they put that on my app was the day they even pounded my vehicle. I informed them. I was the one who paid the money to release the vehicle from the task force. And those 2 days they put debt of 140,000 on my app. I said, okay, maybe because yes, I'm angry. But maybe because I did not work for those days.
What's your debt right now?
My debt then, because of the 2 days that did not work.
Check your app now. Check your app right now. Just check your app.
My accumulated debt tonight is 400 and something thousand.
Check now, as at now. Check it as at now. Just check it as at now. Because not today, now.
Recently they put 200.
No. Check it now. I know what I'm saying. Just check it now. Yes,
okay,
now.
Sorry, ma. This January 15th, we lost a driver named Collins Elechi, and nothing was done in terms of compensation. This is him.
He was working
a driver.
He was working until he died.
Yeah.
They even went to collect the car from him on the sick belt.
Yes, they have had the money. It was 408,000. Now it is 470,000.
It's small.
No wonder. Why did you even ask I should check it? Maybe the something happened. So if you can imagine.
They heard us on radio. And sorry, I really want to appeal.
Can we catch this? The guy was live streaming.
The guy died. Now don't be the one with them. Nothing was done for him. Nothing was done for the family.
I really want to appeal to the conscience of Lagosian. Please, the Nigerian Bar Association, the people that can come to our aid, we have to stop this
you need to
modern day slavery.
You need to speak to a lawyer.
Modern day slavery. The thing is, Joyce, our challenges is that most of us might not be financially buoyant to contribute for a lawyer, but if any lawyer can come forth for a pro bono, or ESC too should come into this thing, I think it's high time we stop this.
All right.
It's high time, yeah.
Something I want to
And
say.
all the investors should stop.
I want you to hold your thought, please. I'm even trying to process it. I can't believe it, and I'm a little overwhelmed. So, Lagos, we're going to go off on a break. We'll be right back. I wanted to put up the photograph of the guy who died until he worked. Well, he worked until he died, as they say. We'll be right back.
Join us for the Kids FM Festival.
A day of exciting games, music, dance, and family fun.
Happening on May 27, 2026 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Lagos.
12 p.m. sharp.
Kids FM
Festival! Bring your brothers, sisters, mommies, and daddies, and all your friends too.
It's the Kids FM Festival. Let's make memories full of fun.
Register now at www.kidsfm.ng. It's the Kids FM Festival, where family fun comes alive.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
head is shaking. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. I want to go to the telephone lines because I hear that there are drivers who are speaking. I want to quickly go to WhatsApp. Let's hear from the driver who's on WhatsApp right now.
In January, they called us in for training and interview. After we passed the interview, they told us to resume on a certain day, only for us to wait for call but not get their call. They kept giving us lies upon lies. Now, apart from all that, we what we agreed on during the training was a fixed salary of 250,000 naira, which can increase to 510,000 naira depending on how much you earn per day. They went further to elaborate that if we make 40,000 naira daily, then our salary will increase to 250,000 naira. Then if we make more than 40, the salary will increase. Secondly, they agreed on taking full responsibility of the car. Mr. Ore, the one you mentioned, especially mentioned that even if we have flat tire, we should call the company, that he himself will come and change the tire for the driver. So many promises. How can we take the car home and all? The final day we wanted to collect the car, that's when they told us that we won't take the car home and that we will only receive 10% of anything we make. Everyone of us found at that but couldn't leave because we've been trying to get the job for 3 months, going from back to back training with the promise that we are coming to get a car. Now we had no choice than to agree to the 10% and taking the car home. It was going fine until my tire got busted. I had to switch to extra car tire and went to them to change the tire. They told me to go to their repair shop at Ojota. When I got there, we found out that the tire size they have doesn't match the one we are driving. The one they have is for the old driver. Then they said they will import the new one after a few days, and I asked for the tire. They then told me that I have to pay 50% of the new tire. This was not in our agreement. The agreement was for them to take full maintenance.
Lagos is 2 p.m.
It happens here. Wura, FA Cup, and Premier League.
Government snubbed 98 billion naira UBEC funds.
Okay, what is this that we are doing? Because we are too educated for what we have.
President has left Nigeria on their own as far as electricity is concerned.
Learning helplessness is making us know that the days of worry are better.
It means that if we keep on recycling our leaders, we cannot get the best.
This is where we need to revisit the way we look at internal policies.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 2:00. The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Federal government's annual flood outlook predicts flooding in 29 states in 2026, while presidency hits back at ADC's criticism of President Tinubu's administration. Lagos used to drum up support for Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat's gubernatorial bid, while ex-AGF Malami's son pleads not guilty to amended charge. Oyo APC claims Makinde distracting from governance issues with impeachment saga. Nigerian Air Force releases candidates for BMTC 46 2025 selection interview. Police beefs up security at JAM exam centers while Iran threatens to block Red Sea shipping over U.S. naval blockade. World Bank, IMF caution nations on food security due to ongoing Middle East crisis. And finally, UCL quarterfinals continue today with coverage on Nigeria Info 99.3 FM. And that's all for now. I am Yvonne Ohaifo. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info. Thank you for your time, Lagos.
Listen up, Lagos. The game has officially changed. Parents, if your child eats, sleeps, and breathes the beautiful game, don't just give them a ball, give them a future. The 12th edition of Green Spring Football Camp is here, and we are calling out the Wonder Kids. Step into the Green Spring Standard. We're bringing elite coaching, premier structure, or match discipline. We are taking raw passion in turning it into structured, undeniable greatness, and of course, lots of fun. We have trained more than 2,300 kids, and have 5 former participants that have gone on to play for the under-17 national team, showing our clear impact. And parents, listen closely. This is a life-changing journey. The top player at this camp will win a full academic scholarship to study at Green Springs School. Open to all kids aged 5 to 17 from any school. Time is running out and the camp kicks off in just a few days. April 26th is almost here. April 26th is almost here. Don't wait on the sidelines. Secure your spot right now. Visit bit.ly/GFC 2026. That is bit.ly/GFC 2026. Green Springs Football Camp for Wonder Kids. Serious about football. Register today.
Quality talk.
Intelligent conversations.
Always interesting.
So engaging.
Sometimes even mind-boggling.
Nigeria Info. Ask everyone. Anyone.
I have loads of messages and commentaries from people who have more than just an opinion. I think I'm not the only person in utter disbelief as far as every driver that I've spoken to today is in debt. You have no idea. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's actually impossible. So I'm finding both language and thought I'm really struggling. We're live streaming on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. I want to go to telephone lines, but also quite a number of messages we have to show courtesy to read. This one says, they go abroad and can't even copy simple things they see abroad and replicate it better. Is it that these guys didn't sign any contract of engagement before starting to work? Because I don't understand. They can't win this case if there is no signed agreement. This one says, listening to the drivers speak, this is injustice. I think you need to take this matter to the industrial court. This is painful exploitation, human rights violation, and no proper compensation. This one says the captains should get legal representation. The scenario reflects violation of labor laws and constitutional rights. And I want you to make sure, I hope you find because you said something about a pro bono lawyer, but the reason I don't want you to sit on a pro bono representation is it's going to make you reluctant. I can't believe you're not mad. I can't believe your spirit is not broken. You see, that's why you think there is this thing where, and I get it, and I think you should have, if you get free representation, by God, I hope you get free representation. But there is no price beneath the sun that you should not pay to see this through. No price. Every price is small. Let me tell you, you are a slave, and they call you captain. Every price that you would pay to get a legal interpretation to this is fair. If nothing else happens in your life that you thought somebody was oppressing you and you put up a resistance, you owe it to your God. If you thought somebody was oppressing you and you put up a resistance, it's something you owe this earth that you came. I don't believe it. And so I think all the drivers, you have to get a class suit, get a lawyer. So all of you come as one unit, all 500, 200, 250. That's what you have to do. You get a class suit.
I got mad. I think I'm the one who have been pushing this thing for a couple of days now. I've written to some couple of institutions. Now, the reason why I got mad was my sister. I'm just mentioning, none of them are aware, is actually a major person. And she met one of the staffs of Lagride at the scene of my accident. They didn't know she's my sister, and she confronted them. Do you know what they told her? They told her that whatever happens to us as the drivers, it doesn't concern them. That we are just volunteers. That word entered my head.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sorry you had to wait for them to say it. They already showed you, and I can forgive the naivety. I've been naive myself, you know. But I want you to explain the issue with the car, which you called a death trap,
Yes.
because I'm hoping you're not exaggerating out of anger.
No.
You know, yeah. So why do you think or call it a death trap?
Okay, a captain have had this issue. 1 or 2 captains have had the experience, or 3 have had the experience. There's what we call a tortoise sign on the car. While your car is moving, it appears suddenly. And if you're running above 50, 60, 70, 80, that is sudden death. Because once it appears, the car, you lost control of the car automatically.
Sounds like a Russian roulette. What do you mean sudden death?
Yeah, you lose control of the car.
When the sign appears,
Once it appears,
you lose control of the car.
Control of the car. It's sudden death. It happened to me.
Is this electric car?
It's an electric car, yes.
Oh.
So we have been complaining this thing to them. They didn't even tell the manufacturer of the car that this is what is going on with the car. On Friday morning, I was driving the car. I was driving below 50, around 45, and all of a sudden this sign appeared. And the next thing I heard was boom, and my car somersaulted.
No way.
The only thing I kept saying was, he's dead, he don't die. That was the only thing I was
How
hearing.
long ago?
On Friday.
Yes,
last Friday.
Yeah, last week Friday.
I'm here. And these people, my friends took me for checkup and all that. What these people had to do, they had to call my guarantor to start. They didn't even check on me to tell me to bring the car keys. That was all they care about. They didn't care about my health or my life.
That's wow.
They were calling my guarantor to tell me to bring the car keys. Someone that is almost dead. I've not been out. It was this program that brought me out. I've not been out. I've been in bed since Friday. But because of this, that's why I came out today. So the car is a death trap, and they need, I think the Ministry of Transportation, right, or wherever regulatory body for transport, need to make sure those cars, those electric cars, Lagride Pro electric cars, are taken off the road. They shouldn't be on the road again. I have gone to rescue a driver because of this at 2 a.m.
with the same
issue.
The thing appears, you lose control,
and I've been complaining about this car for the past 2 months. I've been complaining about this thing for the past 2 months.
All right, we're gonna go to the telephone lines. Nigeria Info WhatsApp caller, thank you so much for being here. I want to thank all of you for your messages. We're going to try to cover as much as we can. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome. What's your name?
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon. Man, this stories I'm hearing is giving me a serious headache. You understand? When you have a society that doesn't protect its own people, this is what you have. You have foreigners coming in with different type of silly contracts and laws, and then they come in with partner with your own people to actually enslave your own people. You understand? There's nothing different from this 19th century slavery, where you have our own people selling us out as slaves to the Europeans. You understand? Because I know how the Chinese system works. They will use you till the end. They will squeeze out every penny they can squeeze out of you. You understand? These are good men who have the tendency, the ability to do work, and make money and feed their family. But man, I'm tired. I think there should be a lawyer that can take this up, that can just help them. If they can even come together to try and get some money together and even try and hire a lawyer, really, they will win this case. This thing, they can even try to take it international, because those Chinese people can't do these things here in Europe. They can't. They are red guards. There are things guiding, there are laws guiding it. You understand? And you see that it's our own people that will bring in these investors and to exploit us. This is terrible. I'm so sorry to all the guys in the studio, man. I'm a guy myself, and I drive Uber here in Europe. You understand? And these things can't happen. These things can't happen here. Please, guys, if you guys can come together, try and get a lawyer or something, you guys will win this case. I'm so sorry for all this. Thank you very much, Joyce.
Thank you very much for calling. So there's I was told about this gentleman who died. The way his colleagues put it, they say he worked until he died. They say rest in peace. For as long as there is memory of them, they live on in our hearts. What's the story? I'm sorry, I was supposed to ask about the story of this man. Is there a story to him? His name is you call him Captain Collins in the grave. Did you pay him? You didn't pay him. But you have his obituary as Captain Collins. You don't
Yeah,
see this joke is writing itself?
That design there was actually from Lagride. If you look at the caption there, you see
There
Lagride. So
you
they
go.
did that
From
design.
1997 to January 14th, 2025.
Yeah.
For as long as there is a memory of them, they live on in our hearts. Rest in peace, Captain Collins in the grave.
Lagride.
Did you pay him? Nope, you didn't. But at least you would like for him to rest, because the worst thing that can happen is someone not at rest.
From what I heard, he was sick in the hospital, and that guy couldn't pay his bills. From the information I
He
heard,
probably died in debt as well.
he died in debt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Telephone lines. Nigeria Info, well, you are on the sunny side. If you are shocked, we hold it to be worthy of note. Hello, welcome, Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, my name is Baba Jinodu, popularly known as light ride driver, formerly known as flag ride driver. Are you with me, ma'am?
I am with you. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome.
Just see what I would say that what every one of them is saying is purely true. There's no add, there's no surprise. If you want, that is why I mentioned my name. My name is Baba Jinodu, popularly known as Baba Jinodu. A lot of them have may not be able to mention their names. But me, aside from what I want to tell you now, I have evidence to everything I'm telling you now. The first time they had the meetings that said we should pay 450,000, I record everything down. I'm saying this on air. I have the record of what Ore, Demola, Collins, and then 4 or 5 people call us into a particular segment office. I have the record on down. And what we signed, it is not what they are, the way they are not dealing with us to be now. So I left the company because I was told that if I could not pay 450,000 naira, I should drop my key. And then looking at what I signed, I present this particular document to a lawyer because I am a person that works with details. I don't joke when I'm signing, though I sign because I don't pay full attention to a lot of things I sign, but I have the record of everything written down. But as time goes on, 10%, after 10%, we are told that they have scrapped out 10%, that it is now rentals. How will I go with rentals? Okay, can you give me a day? 2 days, they rejected. So what I'm trying to say now is that everything those drivers have mentioned, it is purely true. Nothing is added, nothing is subtracted.
I want to ask you, please, how much debt are you in? Well, you left. You say you left, so you're not in debt. But at the time you left, were you in debt, and how much?
No, I did not leave because I want to. They told me that if I cannot pay the money, I should walk out of the company.
This is a psychological play.
Yes, that is really happened. If you want me to present the evidence, I can send everything to you on WhatsApp. I have all the evidence. Even the voice record that they told us, they call us into meetings. I have everything down.
Let me ask you, please, how long did you work for, and how much were you paid for the period you worked?
Okay, I started around May, precisely. And then I was told, and then they started showing a lot of schemes, saying that if you cannot move to rentals, you by November, I was kicked out because I cannot move to rentals. And then nothing less than 1.2 or 1.3 million I did for them every month.
Wow. And you were paid how much?
So, over the month, every month I'm paying 10% of it. And then while we stay, it was like, after 6 months, okay, we will move on to drive to own. And then they will subtract every morning, everything total money you have made in a month, or from the total amount cost of the vehicle. Then I will continue to pay the rest. But I was looking at my 6 months because the contract was 6 months. I was looking at my 6 months in front of me, which happens to be December. And I'm already in November. And I was told that if I cannot move to rentals, they cannot allow me to pick up the vehicle.
All right. Thank you very much for calling me. Really, I do appreciate it. When did you leave, by the way?
Yeah, I live on the mainland, sir.
No. Where did you leave? When did you leave the company?
Okay, I left in November 5, precisely. November 5.
So yeah, where do you sleep? So apparently, I hear your living conditions are
That
just
is why, see,
beneath the
Joyce,
ground.
I don't want to add any sugar to it. That is why I said I have the evidence.
Yeah, but
why we
so while
slept,
you were working,
because
where
I
did you lay
record
your head at
some
night? Did you go home at night? Were you able to go home, or did you
the
sleep at
vehicle.
work?
Inside the vehicle, I have the footage. That is why I said I have evidence. If I say I have evidence, I know what I'm saying. I have the footage of why some of us have slept in the vehicle. Why some of us are bathing outside. There are footage that cover everything I'm saying. At the back of Blacklight, we bath there. We take our bath every morning before 6 a.m.
And you made, on average, over ₦1 million every month while you worked there.
Yes. Even the other they didn't mention, I have this. So, okay, every detail is available. If you need anything to push to you, it's available.
I'm so glad that you called me in, and I'm glad you have a guarantee to this, truly. You're going to need it. Thank you so much for calling me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So the other guy's message I was reading earlier.
Okay,
so then
finish a message and I'll come to the telephone lines. I can see the telephone lines are ringing. I thank you so much for your patience. I'm really trying to move with the pace. It's something. But give me a moment, please.
So he mentioned that after they told him he had to pay for the maintenance of the car. Even in the contract, they said they were going to take care of everything. Yes. They said he had to pay for it, and our agreement, it was written there, we will work for 6 months, and after 6 months we will move to drive to own. Then they asked us to bring 1 million deposit and 75,000 naira daily for the drive to own, but you won't take the car home. Or you bring 5 million and 75,000 naira daily to take the car home. Please, if I want to come from K2, can I meet up? Later K2, that's very far. Yes, that's far. Later they came with this rental that if we rent the car for 450,000 naira, we can then take the car home, only for 5 drivers to pay. And then they changed it that for them to take the car home, they have to deposit 1 million naira each, not drive to own, fully rental. They signed evidences. And in the contract, he said that they are going to maintain everything, and now he has to pay for maintenance.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I have a few more drivers. 2 more drivers have just joined me in the studio. I'm glad that you came into the studio. I'm going to like for them to approach a microphone. I'm going to like for the drivers who have just joined me. Welcome. You're listening to Nigeria Info. You can tell, right? 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm having 2 more drivers join the conversation this afternoon. So I have 6 drivers in the studio with me, and they're really just trying to make some adjustments so that they can speak to their issues, which God forbid is true. That's on your side. Ready? So I want the 2 men who just joined us to introduce themselves. So what's your name, my left?
Okay, my name is Joseph.
You have to speak into the microphone, all right?
My name is Joseph.
Okay, Joseph, and you, sir?
Fanny B. Sunday.
Pardon?
Fanny B. Sunday.
Fanny B. Okay, so welcome. So you are a driver?
Yeah, I am a driver, and I joined some months after the last caller.
Okay.
Gino joined, and he left. We were in this together before he left, and they gave preference to some drivers back then. So what I wanted to add to all this is that they gave us agreements, and
did you read it? Because
yes, we read the agreement.
My problem is whether you read it.
Where the issue came in was that they gave us agreements. There is a place for the management to sign, and there's a place for us to sign. We were the only person that signed. The only people that signed.
It's still binding. It came from them.
Yes,
you can prove that.
we agreed.
It's binding.
And
it came from them.
Moving forward, they told us it was 10%, and we're working on the 10% till the time this guy left. That Gino guy left, and we were like, we can't go into rental. We flare up, and they was like, if you can't pay for this rental, you leave. Some of us left, and some of us that didn't leave, they told us something that come and work, we would borrow you the 450,000. That was the I don't want to mention names of those management people now. That was words of.
Oh, you were already entering the work with debt.
Yes. So when we started the work, I was wondering when someone was saying he was making 1 million. I was making above 1.5 million naira every month. I'm surprised as at this morning I still logged into my account And as at now, when I got here, my account has been frozen. That's what they do. Another one is that whenever they post informations like that to bind us, and when they see that we have revoked and we don't like, they will delete all the information.
Can okay, I have an update in the studio. Can the accounts, can the drivers check?
They are going to edit the data.
Most of us.
Okay.
They've frozen my own two hand.
Capture it, screenshot it, send it to your lawyer, screenshot. It needs to be time stamped.
So once they do that, whenever they post information like that, and they see that people have revoked, they will start deleting it back.
Lagos, tell me this is a vision.
Everything they have posted. Their evidence is so delete everything.
Okay, wait. I want. Let's hear him. You know. Okay, so yeah. How many
they all
months
met
did
me
you?
on the platform.
I have it too. I have the evidence of frozen account.
Okay, so screenshot it. Just screenshot it.
I think they are listening to us on air. My also have been frozen.
Screenshot it. You are sending it. Screenshot it, please.
This is not.
Okay, so I want to ask you. How many months did you work? How much did you make? How much were you paid?
One thing about the account is that I'm very sure of myself. I made above 1.5 million every month. One. Secondly, is that the account is a way is done in such a way that you can't see what you have done for like anything from once a month has passed. You won't be able to view what you have done in the past anymore.
Oh, and you don't have access to the records?
You don't have access to it. There is a date where you can go back to look what you have done for the month. But if you now put a date that is far behind,
further date, you don't have access to it.
You won't see anything.
Okay. Do you think there are people who maybe deliberately just want to badmouth the company? I'm just assuming that maybe the company is a good company, but you guys are just a bunch of ingrates and you're ungrateful.
If you go, Nigerians there, they are working that are carrying out their master's bid. Somebody like Ore.
Okay, so hold on a second, please. All right, I want to go off on a break. Lagos, we're off on a break. We'll be right back.
Just try.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
The Kids FM Anthem Challenge is here. Now here's what you can do to participate. Head over to our Instagram page at kids.fm.ng to download the Anthem instrumental through the link in our bio. Get creative with your family, dance, sing, and have fun with the anthem. Remember, you have to do this as a family to qualify. Post your entry and tag the official handle at kids.fm.ng for a repost. The top 4 entries with the highest engagements will win exciting cash prizes. Don't forget to use the hashtags #KidsFM Family Challenge, #KidsFM Anthem Challenge. Let's play!
Stay updated and stay locked.
Are we not seeing it like it's a thing that has been planted and is growing fruitfully?
We talk about justice. Can we get justice in Nigeria as it is?
Struggle to understand whether we at war.
When a lot of people are saying that government have hand in this insecurity in Nigeria.
They die on a daily basis. Enough is enough. We must put an end to it.
We know that Nigeria government, the law was made by the rich for the poor to obey.
It wasn't as worse as this, and I came to church with my suit and tie. I carried placard from church. We marched the streets of Lagos.
A number of men on maternity lines talking about how their partners have been behaving after childbirth.
It would have been better if the president did not even visit at all.
And take it to the National Assembly, because if they can sleep at night, not worried about whatever it is that we are going through.
The conversation continues right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We're back on the air, 99.3 Nigeria Info. So the gentleman who was speaking, please remind me your name again. Joseph. So Joseph, you said you made how much over the period you worked?
I can't remember how much I made.
Because also you don't have a back record.
I can't go back to look for what I've done, but I know at every
Just a
month,
minute, please.
I make over 1.5 million.
Or every month you make at least, or
at least 1.5 million.
At least 1.5 million. So how much were you paid according to the agreement?
See, the last time I collected money from Lagra was in the last time they did 10%.
How long?
That was in October.
October last year.
And in November, the money they paid it in around 4 a.m. they remove it back immediately. They paid it in and they remove it back immediately.
What does that mean? That you were not paid?
I wasn't paid since then. Those people, I have someone that withdrew his money around that 4 a.m., around 4 a.m., 5 a.m. He withdrew the money. He was so lucky to be awake at that time. He withdrew the money immediately.
Okay.
The man has left the firm since then.
He's left the company. Sir, you're my don't say your name. How much do you owe?
460 something.
460 something. Yeah. So this is the one of the two callers who just joined in. Sir, how much do you... This is another driver. You're the sixth driver in the studio and the final one. How much do you owe?
I was told I owe 2.5 million.
Okay, okay, no, don't say your name. When did you start working?
Last day in October last year.
Last day in October last year. How much have you made for the company?
I followed up my work and my income in November before I got frustrated. I was told 10% will be given to me at the end of the month.
Like everybody else, was it?
So that was what I was told because I'm new into the system and that's my first day. So getting there, I put all my effort since they say it's 10% so I can get something reasonable at the end of the month. But that very November, I followed it to the letter. I made 1.350 in November. So by December 5, I was just told not to go out, that I'm owing. I have a debt of 500,750. I said, what? They said, I'm on rent. I said, which renter? Did you tell me? The RO told me with the new captains are not
what
involved.
Did you sign? Did you read your...
I didn't sign anything as of then. It was January. I think towards ending of January, they now brought a paper, a form that everybody should sign. I can call it a duress.
Yeah, you're under duress.
Right? Because when the paper was given, we were given a 45 minutes. The paper will give. We just received a circular that a paper will be given. The form will be given to you by the security personnel. If you don't fill it and sign it that very day, you can't take the car to the following morning.
You probably didn't even have enough time to read it.
So what I just did was that under my own form, I just put received, filled, and signed. I put that data. If they bring out my form, they will see the day I collect, and I've started working since last day in October. So form was given to me in towards ending of January. I think it should be either some days to my birthday or after a day to my birthday.
So you've been working since then?
Since I've been working since then.
And I've been meeting the deadline, meeting the expected remittance?
I don't even follow it up. I don't have a record. All I just said, they keep on giving me debt.
You're in a 2+ million naira debt.
2 points. It's a piece of... They froze my account.
This is
as I was coming into this studio, we first went down there. As I was coming, the account was still active.
How much was your debt? Did you see your debt?
I knew as of last time I checked, it was 2.5 something. But by the time I got to this entrance here now, it has been frozen.
Okay, all right. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm glad you came, and I thank you so much for coming. I'm surprised at the story. I don't believe the reality. I think maybe there are a few people who... maybe the company would also have an opportunity to speak to defend its position.
Yes, we welcome that. We'll now bring evidences.
We would like to give the Lagride spokesperson, their team, their media representative to speak on this to clarify it. Because this is... You should hear the courts give you a legal term for this, just so that I'm not the one just projecting. But this is not even slavery. This is something else. And I would like for you to get legal representation. You owe yourself that. You must get legal representation. I want to thank you for being here. I will follow up with a gentleman who wrote to me on Instagram. I would like to know how the story develops. My listeners, the callers, would also like to follow up to know how this develops. I want to quickly apologize to my callers on the show. If you have listened to this, thank you. We will make a conversation out of this. If not tomorrow, then next week. We'll talk about this, given every story you have heard. And I promise to follow it up because I want to know where this goes. It's sad to see Nigerians enslaved in their country. It is despicable, to be honest. Thank you again. Lagos, the sun has set. My work's done. My name is Joyce. God bless you. Thank you.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.